Hello and welcome to the second episode of Without Within. Our first episode, we kinda sorta got the bad ending. Well, not really kinda sorta, we actually did. I mean, to be fair, it wasn't my fault. I mean, I sat on the fence, nobody bought my calligraphies. You know, stuff happens, it's a dumb deal. Alright, we're gonna go right into where we left off. Hopefully this time, it's not dumb. I decided to keep these displeasures to myself. People often said patience would be rewarded. I wondered if my patience would ever become worthwhile. I'm just gonna read off what's going on again so that way everyone's caught up to speed. Just as I thought this, a man paused to look at my calligraphies. God, I can't see. He had a bucket of fried chicken in his hand. The smell made my mouth water. Oh, okay, so this is actually the second part of what happened. So after she basically goes on a bitch rant and everyone calls her crazy, yeah, that's what happened. But if you do the other version, this is what happens. As the man eyed my works one by one, I felt my cheeks heating up from anticipation. At last, someone who spared more than a moment with my works. This must be my reward. The timing could not have been perfect. I summoned the courage to speak with the man, but he spoke first. You're charging for these? I managed a tiny nod. Yeah, I'm just gonna do that because a little cadavered face. It looks weird. The man snorted. Hey, I gotta do my nerdy voice. Hold on.
I would never hang these on my wall, even if you gave them to me for free. Seriously, this is the most shameless display I have ever seen.
What a dick. At least, like, say you would get one. She looks like a hard worker. That's a sigh right there, so... Trolls online were one thing. Confronting one in real life was a rarity. Judging from the man's scrawny arms, I bet I could overpower him with ease. Then he would know just how big of a blunder he had made. It's really sad because if you don't know what scrawny is, it's like really thin arms. Obviously this guy doesn't work out. I want to do this so bad. Just smack him around and say, Baga! Nah, I'm gonna restrain. Folks always said to ignore trolls. I clenched my teeth and stayed put. After chuckling in my face, the man strutted off. What a jerk. Determined to prove him wrong, I continued to sit and wait for potential customers. I'm gonna do a quick save actually. That way, in case we screw up, oh, she's crying. In case we screw up, we, have somewhere to fall back on. Another 1,000 people walked by without sparing me a look. Lingering here any longer would be a waste of time. She's gone. As I packed my things, I insisted I was leaving because my part-time job started in an hour. Deep inside, I knew that man's word had rocked my confidence. Giving up on calligraphy would mean I had wasted all this time over nothing. Yet, if I lacked the gift, persevering might make things worse. Tears welled in my eyes, and I clenched my fist to hold them back. Speaking of tears, I heard a kid crying within the crowd. Looked like we have had a lost child on our hands. Some pedestrians shot him glances, but none of them offered more than that. See, those guys are jerks. It's a poor little helpless child. Like, just saying though, I have a feeling this girl's gonna find like her Prince Charming, and her calligraphies are gonna go up, and everything's just gonna go up from there. That's just me though. These really were horrible people. To cheer myself up, I told myself I would never want my I can't say that word, calligraphies, to be owned by people like that. I should help that kid. But that would mean being late for my job. Fuck the job. It's a helpless kid. Help him out. If I judged others for abandoning a child, then did the same myself, I would be a jerk and a hypocrite. Thank you. With a sign, I walked to the boy. Aw, look at her face, she looks so kawaii. There, it's okay. Did you lose Mummy? The boy was sobbing too hard to answer. I leaned in to stroke his back with one hand and his head with the other. Let me know if you lost Mummy, okay? I'll help you find her, so there's no need to be scared. The kid managed a nod at last. Thank God. And I whispered, good boy, into his ear. What's your Mummy's name? Hungry. Her name is Hungry? The boy's tummy growled, and I realized what he meant. Oh, well, how about I buy you a sandwich? The kid shook his head. I want ice cream. Hey, kid, ice cream is more of a dessert, actually.
I want ice cream.
And so ice cream it was. One for him and none for me. The money came out of my pocket, of course. My poor wallet. She probably has a froggy wallet like Naruto. At least this kid could have eaten the whole thing rather than let half of it melt on his shirt. Wow. Scumbag. Jesse, the boy said. That's Mummy's name. Jessie, I wish I had Jessie's girl. I called as I strode along the street. Strode. That's gross. Now people stared at me more than ever, enough to make me blush. In fact, maybe I should try shouting Jessie at random people the next time I sold my calligraphies. Obviously, you're singing a song. The sky turned orange as time ticked by. Yes, I knew my shift started a half an hour ago. God, I can't read. Stop reminding me. If she was smart, she could have called in. Maybe, I understand she's poor, but I'm sure, there are payphones. Actually, I take that back. There's no payphones in the 20th century. What am I talking about? People don't even know what payphones are. They only know what a police box is because we watch Doctor Who. A woman squeezed through the crowd and scurried towards us. She ran past a red light, nearly getting hit by a truck in the process. Wow, mother of the year. Mommy! The boy shook free of my hand and rushed into his mother's embrace. After muttering apologies to her son, the woman gazed towards me. Oh, thank you so much for your help. You're so wonderful, just wonderful. Ah, look, she has a cool face now. The torrent of praises curled my lips into a stupid grin. Anyone would have done the same thing. Obviously not, since, I'm the only one that actually decided to be like, yo, I'm gonna take this kid and find his mom. I don't give a crap. Fuck my job. Please, if there's anything I can do in return, just let me know. Actually, there is something I need help with. The mother nodded. Anything in my power, miss. Which way back to the train station? She's happy now because we just saved a child. I'm gonna do a quick save. The sky had gone dark by the time I arrived at work. I opened the restaurant door gingerly to avoid making any noise. Stealth mode activate. Switch on. They called me Ninja Venti for a reason. Miss Venti. The voice of my boss nearly made me jump onto the ceiling fan. Sorry, I'm late. I wanted to explain, but my boss glared at me and my tongue swirled out a bunch of syllables. My explanation was in there somewhere, probably, maybe. I received an earful from my boss, but at least I got to keep my job. Several colleagues shot me frowns for not being here during such a busy period. In the end, I took all the blame without complaint. Well, at one point, I locked myself inside a toilet and screamed into the bowl. What the hell? I also might or might not have fantasized about dunking my workmates' heads into the toilet. That was for me alone to know, though. That's horrible. At least I earned the paycheck needed to keep my landlady quiet for another month. As for the month after that, we would see where the time came. All I wanted was to pursue my art, but reality kept pressuring me toward finding a second job. was in the room, and that one too. On my way home, I spotted a banner for an upcoming visual novel named Princess Aria. It's probably an anime. Or actually manga. The game... Oh, it is a game. The game had long been hyped on every forum I knew. Amazing art along with a cast of famous voice actors. The writer and composer were big names too. For Princess Aria to have an ad this big, there must be a lot of money put behind the project. The way this banner hung high gave me the sense it was extra important. Bright light shone on the princess's face to impress potential players. Wow, her dream. Yes, that was what I really wanted. If I had a banner like that, no doubt people would line up to buy my calligraphy. I could already imagine how folks would react as I walked along the streets. Hey, I think that was Vinci. Wow, no way. You mean the famous calligrapher I see on all those banners? Yeah, she must be really good. Maybe we should ask her for an autograph. My agent would then step in to speak on my behalf. Please line up in an orderly fashion, everyone. How much for an autograph? Shut up and take my money. That's probably pride. My agent nodded in response. Autographs are available for $100? Thanks? What? That would be $100, thanks, the game shop's owner said. Princess Aria's cost twice what I had predicted. If I bought the game, I would have too little for rent. I opened my wallet, hoping I might have more cash on hand, and I realized, turned out I had less, actually. Ah, that's sad. You go up to the cash register line and you're like, yo, I want to buy this game, and they're like, you don't have enough. Sorry, your card declined. I hung my head on the storekeeper's side. His arched brows pressured me into buying a game. I didn't ride 3 trains to get here. Might as well pick up something. I told the shopkeeper how much money I had, and he shook his head. The store owner pulled out a different game from under his table. He brushed away the dust on it so I could see the cover. The title read Sunflower War. Some visual novel about the battlefield. Sunflower War sounds like a game called Plants vs. Zombies, honestly. Copyright 1997. Hey, my year. The year I was born. The bottom read, no wonder it was so cheap. Art by Invert Mouse, whoever the heck that was. The front cover would fit perfectly in a kindergarten classroom. I flipped the case to see what was highlighted on the back. The game supported up to 640 to 480 resolution. Truly the pinnacle of technology. Wow. That's 4K. The shopkeeper grimaced. Sorry. He must have sensed I wanted to say no. His stare made my palms stained with sweat, and I ended up buying the game. Dealing with folks like that had always been a weakness of mine. Remind me never to visit the store again. What game costs $100? Maybe it was just a manga. Well, we're gonna end it here. It's actually getting pretty late, but so far, if you guys don't know yet, bad ending. A guy harassed us. We saved the little boy. We found the mother, which led us to a train station, which made us also pay buku dollars for. And finally, last but not least, we couldn't get a game, but we got a crappy one. Sad day. Oh. Like, comment, and subscribe on the video. I'll actually upload a third one eventually later. But yeah, so far this game's actually really interesting for being like a visual novel type of game. It's on Steam too if you want to get it. It's really fun. I'm liking it already. The storyline's pretty fun. Oh Oh, look, it's not there anymore. Successful. It's gone. Farewell, friends. Farewell, friends. Listen to the credits. Oh, so good. Well, that has been Without Within. Part 2. More to come.